Hey everyone, this is Quick Kitchen Tips with Matthew. Today we're going to be doing some sliders. We're going to be doing some bacon hot ranch Philly chicken sliders, something like that. I'm going to have to come up with a better name for it, but that's what we're doing. It's going to be my take on some chicken. A chicken Philly, but we're going to do a slider version, and we are going to jazz it up quite a bit now. I've got some bacon grease left. I done cooked some bacon off over here, got that ready. I had to pull this thing off because it started smoking. I think my microwave either wasn't hooked up right to begin with, or just the fan ain't working right, something. So I'm going to go ahead and start throwing these. I got one whole onion here. It's about a medium to maybe a large onion, something like that. Go ahead and get that going here. Then I've got one whole bell pepper here. It was a small bell pepper. If you got a large one, probably just do half of it. It's going to be a nice little mix. It should be okay to refrigerate. It's some, I've got more bacon grease up here. I might need to add some more bacon grease to this as we go. So, and I've got some garlic here. This is like, I think it was 3 cloves of garlic or something. We're not really going to be writing down the recipe today, so you need to just follow along and listen and just watch. So I've got my onions and bell pepper and garlic over here. Let me get my little, I'm going to use this little spatula here. Got the bacon grease down. You can use butter if you want to. I figured why not go ahead and reuse the bacon grease though. My chicken's already somewhat hot. I actually just use the Instapot. So you can use canned chicken if you want, or a rotisserie chicken if you want. This meat's a lot darker. This was a homegrown chicken. It was actually a rooster. So some of this dark meat's a lot darker than normal. Out of a normal chicken. Sometimes it's not. I guess it's different breeds. This happened to be a Leghorn rooster. So he has some really dark meat on him. You can definitely taste the difference in the homegrown versus the store-bought. It's got a more of a flavor to it. I didn't season this chicken at all. I just I boiled it with. Usually I put a little salt in it. I was just sort of rushing around. I'm going to end up seasoning it up over here. Most of that canned chicken you get, ain't going to have much seasoning. The rotisserie, if you're using one of them, you may want to hold back on some of the seasoning. Let's see. So I'll show you what we got over here. Got my peppers, onions, and garlic here. And then we should be back here soon. So we got these peppers and onions going right here, and the bacon grease, and we got some garlic. And I season it with a little Cajun seasoning. I'm using the Louisiana Cajun seasoning, but that Tony Characters, or what, Tony Chachere's, that's a good too. But this one ain't too bad. This Louisiana Cajun seasoning. So normally you would cook all this stuff together, but like I use this. I probably should have used a wok or something like that. Thinking about it twice now, about what I should have cooked this in. I'm used to making these things in a restaurant. We use a flat top, so my mind went to this. This is like a flat top. But if I was just making just one little sandwich or something, it would have been fine. This is going to be enough. Probably for a whole pack of sliders, like probably 24 or something like that. So you can cut this recipe down. I used a whole small bell pepper and a whole regular size onion. So this stuff is going to stay warm for a minute. The chicken's semi-warm. I'm going to pour the rest of the bacon grease out on here. So the bacon that I cooked. And we're going to get this chicken that I pulled. And I want to throw it here on the flat top as well. You would normally stir all this stuff together. So if you're watching this at home and you got a wok or something, a wok would be a perfect thing to use for this. This was about 3.5 pound chicken as I weighed it. I weighed it after I cleaned it and everything, and that's about what it ended up being. The bone structure is a little different on one of them, on different chicken breeds. The legs are really extra long on the rooster. I'm just going to get this chicken meat here, or the chicken meat here. And since I hadn't seasoned it yet, if you've already got seasoned chicken, you might not even have to add nothing to it. But I'm going to season up pretty good. This bacon grease and this here Cajun seasoning. Feel free to use whatever kind of seasoning you want on the chicken. Salt, pepper will work. I like my little Cajun seasoning. We're getting this good and hot here. The chicken was already warm, so it's not really, I'm just really heating this up to where I can melt this cheese pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use cheddar instead of what we would usually use as a Swiss. So I'm going to throw some of this cheese on top, some cheddar. We're fixing to do a little bit different than it would be served in a restaurant because I'm fixing to build something. So I'm trying to get this cheese melted. I'll show you what we got over here right now. We got the cheese melting on top of that chicken, that pulled chicken. There's my bell peppers and onions and garlic. Everything's seasoned up really good. So now I'm going to come over here and show you what kind of bread. I'm using the Hawaiian, what they call King's Hawaiian rolls. You can use whatever kind of slider buns that you of your choice. We're fixing to have some special ingredients to this though that's not normally found in a. Everybody's looking like, oh, that's normal. No, it's not fixing to be normal. I'm fixing to make it above average. This particular little delicacy treat. And you can do this on a big bun. You can make sandwiches, but I'm just doing this really so people can have something different for the Super Bowl, or not Super Bowl, but you know what I'm talking about, the National Championship. I think it's getting played Monday. So we're going to go ahead and get these buns cut up. I'm going to cut this thing off. So I'm going to get my spatula here. This would probably be good with some smoked chicken, guys. Now thinking back, maybe I should have smoked the chicken. This was a last minute thing. I was thinking all different things. I actually butchered some quail this morning. I was going to do some quail. But then I was like, man, I got 3 roosters that I need to, I don't want to freeze 3 roosters, so I want to do some of this. I was going to do some curry chicken, but it was just a whole lot of, just sort of got tired today. And I was like, man, this will be easy. I can throw this in the, I ain't got it really seasoned up, just throw it in the pot, let it go, then I'll season up later. I can take the sort of, chill and rest for a second. So I'm going to get this. I'm going to stir up all these components, the cheese, the bell peppers, the onions, the chicken. We're going to get all this stuff just sort of stirred around real good. Fix and give it one last little taste before I start adding anything else to it. See if where we need to be. Seasoned well. So now I got the generic ranch. I couldn't afford that high dollar stuff. I should have made some ranch. I was being lazy because I can make the ranch fairly cheap. Throw some ranch in there, however much you decide you want, and then this is the secret pow pow. Tiger sauce. This, if you ain't never had this stuff, this is a must-have in your kitchen. I got introduced to this stuff back in like 2011 at Live Bait or something. So now I'm mixing the ranch in with the tiger sauce, and with always the normal ingredients: the cheese, the bell pepper, the onion. It's all just coming together in one little goody treat. I'll show you what we're looking like now. There we go. So now it's nothing but I start building some sandwiches. We get us just a little gob of that. Put it on a little sandwich. Now this ain't your traditional Philly. I'm using chicken and I'm using some different ingredients, but it's like a Philly on steroids, a chicken Philly on steroids. We get all these little components in here. Let's see. I think your guests will be very happy if you bring a plate of popping. And this stuff you can keep warm. If you want to build this stuff, you know, you can keep it in a little warmer, or if you want to just keep this like this, and like a little oven safe, like casserole dish or something, or a little metal tin. You could just put the oven on as low as it'll go and just keep it covered. And you can just pull this stuff as you need it, to build sandwiches. And this stuff it should be able to be reheated in the microwave. That's what I'm gonna do with this stuff, because I ain't gonna eat all this. But as you see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sandwiches here, and I should be able to make at least 8 more. I feel like. These are nice little fat sandwiches. So that's a nice little party tray, guys. You know, you got enough for 8 sandwiches off of 1 whole chicken, and then then you'll have enough to build some more. You might can do the whole 24 pack. You know, with that, that's what them things end up looking like after they're all said and done. Now you could go back over with some cheese or something. You can make them look a little fancier, but I've just tried to make them simple and taste good. You know, it's not always about trying to make them look fancy. My main focus is really trying to make things taste good. So I'm fixing to try it out, see if it's a winner. It's a winner. You add as much as you want to. They probably could have used maybe a tad bit more, and I don't know. It's got a little heat. Maybe a tad bit more of this. I used about a half a bottle almost, though. And that, and some better ranch. I cheaped out on the ranch. I got the Food Club version, the peppercorn. It's okay, but like, it ain't nothing like some homemade. If you can make that Hidden Valley homemade ranch to put in here, talking about amazing. It's good like this. But the ranch will make a difference. So I guess that's it till the end. Till next time, y'all have a blessed week, and go Miami. I'm back, guys. There's one last thing I forgot to put on these little sandwiches was I done cooked it in the bacon fat. Just a little piece of bacon. Just a little piece of bacon right there, and boom. You can leave the bacon off. It was fine without the bacon.